Hey everybody, it's Alicia and I am sitting here with Clickety. And so I've been sewing on Clickety for a while now, and I have a funny feeling that I should have probably oiled him like halfway through this project that I'm currently doing, and I haven't. I've kind of been pushing my limits. So I am actually on the verge of possibly switching out my machines to finish the rest of my project. So what I want to do is I want to put Clickety away clean. So I'm going to take off the Aurifil thread that I was using, and I'm going to take off the thread stand here too. And I've got this little handy dandy brush here, because if we take a look underneath here, he is actually quite dusty, and this is even using a good quality thread. So I'm just actually going to dust out some of this because I don't really want to put him away with all of this. So dust that out, and I'm going to take out the bobbin case and just kind of dust around there. So I'm going to put a drop of oil actually here in this little dot, and I do the second dot too, and then down the side. And then I'm just going to run the hand wheel to kind of work it in there, and there's a piece of lint on the shaft. The other thing that you can do is you can open up the throat plate and take the brush here and dust out the lint. I'm not going to do that right this second, but I am going to do the oiling points up here. And before in the past, the lighting has been actually really bad when doing these videos, so I apologize in advance, and hopefully you guys can see them. So there's a big nut looking thing back here, and there's a drop of oil that goes on the top of there. I stick one in the oil point here. There's another one over here. I do one on the front of there. I do one on this bar. This guy down here. This one you don't have to oil every single time, but like I said, it's been a while since I've oiled Clickety, so I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways. If your machine's been sitting for a long duration, or if you've been sewing for a long period of time, I would go ahead and just hit all the points. That's just me personally. I'd rather know, and I'm going to go ahead and oil those 2 points there and there, down there. And then I am once again going to kind of dust off. I've also noticed that if I take a Q-tip, because there's oil that builds up around here, and then not only that, there's a lot of dust. A lot of times when machines come in for restoration work, there's a lot of dust that's built up. I actually took off Clickety's thread cutter on here. I still have it. It's just not on him. So that's what you see missing from this bar right there. We'll go ahead and unplug Clickety. Probably should start with unplugging your machine. And I actually meant to do that ahead of time, but forgot. So then I'm going to turn him on his side, and I like to hold the machine up. And there's 2 oiling points here on the side here, and I'm just going to go ahead and put a drop there and drop there. Give it a minute. The other thing is I'm thinking about making a printable tracking log, especially for greasing the motor, because I honestly don't remember the last time that I greased Clickety's motor. And depending on how much use you use your machine, if you use it quite often, you're going to want to do it every 6 months, and if you don't use it that often, you're going to want to do it at least once a year. So again, I probably will go through it. So if you want to, come around to the front of the machine. This is underneath here, and there are oiling points here along with grease points. And there's some excess grease that has kind of just slopped through. And then, I don't know if it's gonna show, but there are 2 bars back here. There's this one here, and that one there, that one over there, oil point here, back over here, back over there, another oiling point in there. Be careful of this little guy. That is your light socket, and it does have a lead coating on there. So we have done all the oiling points there. There's still a good amount of grease on the gears. And I might just do a light dusting off of Clickety, and then I'm going to put him back in his case and pull out another machine to finish some of these blocks, just to kind of cycle out. I kind of feel bad, I'm not gonna lie. It's almost like I'm trying to choose one kid over the other kid to take to the store. So that is what I do when I place my Featherweight back into the box, just so that way it'll be ready to go for the next time that we use him. So if anybody has any questions on oiling points, I do have an oiling points page that I'd be more than willing to send to you via email. Thank you so much for joining us at Featherweight 38.